Hey everybody, so we're going to make basically a pantry meal. You can do this with dehydrated vegetables, canned meat, anything you have. I'm using, well, we're making cottage pie, or i.e., shepherd's pie. So I'm using ground turkey, and this pan is really hot. Did I say canned turkey? I'm using a package of turkey, ground turkey. And then I went outside and I picked some green beans. So I have some cut up green beans, some cut up onion, half a diced up carrot. I had 3 mushrooms left from last night's dinner in the package, so I chopped those up. So we have carrot, onion, mushroom, some chopped up green beans, and I have 2 cloves of garlic chopped up. I want to use this because I've had it, first in, first out. So I want to use this. So I'm going to use the beef bouillon, and we're going to use some instant potatoes. So you could use any kind of meat you want for this: chopped meat, ground meat, canned meat, leftover meat. And if you use your canned beef or something like that, if you don't have hamburger and you're using canned cubed roast or something like that, drain the broth out of it, but don't throw it away. Put it in a bowl. You'll want to use that for your gravy. So we're going to get this all cooked up. And this is sodium free. So I'm going to get some Lowry salt and onion powder. And season that to your taste. Hey! This chopped up. I think the middle of that is still a tad frozen. So I'm going to get this chopped up and browned off, and then we'll come back and we'll add our vegetables. Okay, we've got our meat cooked off, and there's pretty much no fat in this, so I'm going to add some butter. Probably 2 tablespoons, because you'll need something to, to saute the veggies and to make our roux when we're done. So we're going to add our green beans, carrots, mushroom, and onion. Our 2 cloves of garlic. I'm going to get some water. add my onion powder that I forgot to add. Smells good already. We just want to get our veggies softened. And after our veggies are softened, we'll add a couple of tablespoons of flour. And then add our bouillon and water. And then we will make our instant potatoes, or you can use leftover potatoes. If you don't have fresh veggies, you can use freeze-dried or dehydrated veggies, frozen, canned, whatever you have. You could use just a can of veg-all, mixed vegetables of any kind. You could use some frozen peas. So this can be a completely canned meal or dehydrated. And we're going to doctor up our potatoes to make them delicious. A little bit of cream cheese and butter. But you don't have to do that. You can just do your regular potato. So we're going to cook this until the carrots get a little bit soft, and then we'll be back. Okay, our carrots have started to soften. So I'm going to start out with about a tablespoon of flour. We probably use 2 tablespoons at this point. Add some water. Get all those bits off the bottom of your pot. That's all flavor. Be adding probably some more water, but we're going to add our beef bouillon. If yours has salt, like if you use the Knox or the Knorr, you'll want to be careful with your salt and pepper, so you can always add more seasoning. Sorry, I bumped you guys. Gonna get some Worcestershire sauce. Put a couple of dashes of that in there. I just put a couple shots of that in there. You could use some Maggi if you have that. or a little bit of soy sauce, or you don't have to add it at all. So I'm going to turn this down to simmer. Taste it for seasoning. Can use some salt. Add some more pepper. Because that bouillon had no sodium in it, and your water doesn't come seasoned, so you want to always taste your food. Let's see. There's a piece of garlic in there. I think I'm going to add a little more water. Half a cup of water. And then I will let this simmer on low while I mix or make my instant potatoes. Or if you have leftover mashed potatoes, you can use those. So I'm just going to follow the package directions on my potatoes, and then when I come back I'll show you what I add to them. So I'm just going to set this aside. Okay, I made my potatoes following the instructions, and then I added about a tablespoon of butter and about 2 ounces of cream cheese. I don't know if you can see that, but there's cream cheese. And we're just going to mix that in to our potatoes. And you could do that filling in a cast iron pan and then add your potatoes to the top when you're ready and pop the whole thing in the oven. And then you only have one dish to clean. And if I were a thinking type of person, I would have used one of my oven-proof pans, but that's okay. This electric pot is super easy to clean. And I used it because I need to do a haul video, so I didn't want to get everything all hot and messy. And so just mix all that in really well. And use whatever flavor potatoes you want or you have. You could add some chives, some dried chives. Like, you can make this recipe different every time you make it. Just work with what you have. So now, excuse me, Tiggs. Unplug my pot. Pour our filling in there. We are just gonna dollop our potatoes around. And it's really easy if you dip a fork in water, which I did not dip mine in water, but just swish it around and spread it. And if you make a lot of peaks and valleys, you'll get more golden crispy bits on the top of your shepherd's pie. Now normally I would do more potato, but my husband doesn't eat potatoes anymore. Very little potato, so I just did one, but you could make more. If you have the flakes in the box, you could do more than 2 cups. I think this makes 2 cups, this package. So at this point you could put cheese on it or not. And we'll pop it in the oven until it's golden brown and bubbly, and I will see you when we are plating this up. Okay, here it is. And before I dish it up, I wanted to welcome all the new subscribers, and I wanted to thank you all for the comments. I've enjoyed reading them, so I hope you all stick around and you enjoy the channel. So anyways, I wanted to show my appreciation for that, and thank you all for coming and hanging out and participating. So yeah, anyway, so I hope you all make this and use what you have in the refrigerator that needs to be used up. Create recipes, revamp recipes you already do, and let's not waste anything. We can't afford it these days. So I'm going to scoop some of this up. It's been sitting out for a bit. You can have biscuits with this, garlic bread, a salad, some crusty bread. Let me get a fork. My husband's putting a new stand together for my computer, and one of the few nails I had left from working in the yard just broke off. So okay, this is still smoking hot. And I'm going to do a haul video, and tomorrow I'm going to empty my pantry and reorganize it, so that'll be a disaster. Get a little bit of veggie, a little bit of meat, there's some mushrooms, some potato. Get a green bean over here. And if you have any stragglers growing outside, keep picking those. I still have green beans coming in, but next week is supposed to get wicked cold for almost all of the country. So, but for us that aren't used to it, holy cow. So So there's my bite. I don't want to burn my mouth, so I won't taste anything for days. So good. So that's a nice comfort dish. Use up the scraps in the refrigerator dish, the leftover dish, pantry meal. So anyways, I just wanted to share. Thank you all for being here. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you in the next video.